just like that, we are back with Sister Mary as our starting player. Okay, so this turn, poor Sister Mary, she's having a Groundhog Day moment. She is hopefully going to be able to cast her Find Gate spell to get herself out of Riley and close the gate. Can't seal it, but hopefully she'll be able to close it. So in order to do that, she needs her lore to be as high as possible, and it is. So I don't think we're going to mess with anything for Sister Mary. We're just going to check her blessing and see if she's still okay. Fabulous. She's still blessed. She is going to need that. Next up is our buddy Joe. We finally got him out of that tangle with those two nasty monsters. Unfortunately, he's kind of sitting at the top of the board where nothing is going on. So I think we're going to turn up his speed here. Let's focus him up to 6 and see if we can't zip him down where all the action is. And let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. He doesn't have anything else. Yeah, sadly, he's lost all of his movement buffs, but I think that's a good place to leave him. Kate, remember, she is tangling with that High Priest. Let's see, where is it on? Yeah, and South Side. And that High Priest, sadly, Arkham, man, sometimes I feel like this game is rigged against you because, of course, it has magical immunity. And what does Kate fight with? Spells. So I don't think she can take him, to be honest. It's a -2 to her attack, and with a focus of 1, the highest I can get her for fight is a 3, and I'm just worried she isn't going to be able to do 2 hits. So while she could take the stamina loss, I think we're going to try and sneak past this guy so Kate can head back into the Historic Society to go through that gate and maybe use up this plethora of tokens that she's generated. So to do that, let's use her focus just to up her sneak. It's going to be tight, but she has enough clues that I'm willing to burn through. Knock on wood, we don't need that many, to get her back into the Historical Society. So she's going to try to evade that monster on her turn. And good old Ashcan Pete, he's just doing his job. He and Duke are absolutely doing the right things here. Oops, let me refresh her motorcycle. Not that she's going to need it, but it's back and gassed up in case she decides to take off on her own once again. Pete, there's one little clue waiting for him up by the witch's house. He only needs a speed of 3, which he has. So I think we're going to leave him where he is, and he's going to go pick up a clue, putting him at a nice, juicy 6. Pretty clear what we're doing this turn. Let's see if it works out. Starting with Arkham movement, our buddy Joe, we cranked him up to a 6. So let's see how far he can go avoiding these little nasties here. So let's send him East Town, woohoo, downtown, Merchant District. Hey, it gets him where he needs to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think we're going to send him to go hang out with Ashcan, because remember, Joe picked up the shotgun and he still had that Derringer. Shotgun is two-handed weapon, and poor little Ashcan only has, I think, he also only has a one-handed, what does he have? Yep, he also has a Derringer. So we're going to pass off our one-handed here and end our turn at Silver Twilight Lodge. This way, both of our boys are ready for a fight. Miss Kate down here, her movement, she would love to back up into the Historical Society, but to do that, she has to do an evade -2 check against this High Priest. Her sneak is only a 3. That's not great. It means we're rolling 1 die and 1 die only. Let me make sure she doesn't have anything else that can help her with an evade. Combat checks. Nope. We have nothing that will help us with evade. So let's see. Oh, that's a miss. We're going to burn a clue here. We really need to get away from this thing. Come on. Yes. All right. We evaded it successfully, which is fabulous. So she's just going to head back into the Historical Society from which she was so rudely ejected and head through that gate. Finally, Kate does the right thing. From here to the Plateau of Lang. All right. Good old Pete is powered up now. He is just going to go 1, 2 into the witch's house and pick up his clue. That's the end of our Arkham movement. Now let's move to the other worlds. Poor Sister Mary, she just wants out of this mess, so she is going to cast Find Gate to see if she can return to Arkham. It does have a cost to this, right? Being yoinked back and forth between gates. It will cost 1 sanity to do that, all right? And to cast it, it's going to be her lore, which is 5, minus 1, gets her down to a 4, but she is blessed. So hopefully she'll find her way home. Yes, she does. Lovely. Okay, so on her movement phase, she is going to return to Arkham, which is great. Cast and exhaust. Okay, what's interesting is she can return from any other world. So she could return, I think this means, to any gate. So she doesn't have to come out of the gate she's in. If we wanted to, we could pop her out of another. We're not going to do that, but just, it's kind of a cool thing about this spell. But she has cast and exhausted it. So she is going to immediately pop out in Arkham, and we're going to give her a gate explored token so that next turn she can try and close this thing. Yeah, that sounded too good to be true, so I did a quick double check, and no, in fact, even though it says, kind of sounds like you have to return to the gate from which yoinked you there. So never mind that, disregard that. That's one of these little kooky things that sounds correct, but thank goodness for Board Game Geek. In fact, Sister Mary must come back through the gate in which she was sent. The cool news is, though, because this happened during her movement phase, right, she can close the gate this turn. Doesn't have to wait till next turn like normal people do, because she's special. Okay, so speaking of which, now that our movement phase is done, let's go to our Arkham encounter phase. Now that she's back in Arkham, Sister Mary is our first player. So she is going to take a swing at closing this gate. It's a -3 to close, which is pretty huge. All right. She does have a lore of 5, which is helpful. So that means she'll be rolling 2 die. She's blessed. She is blessed. So let's see if she can get a 4, 5, or 6. She does. Lovely, lovely lady. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Sister Mary, I know you're struggling, but you're actually doing very, very well. So this gate is closed. Good news. All monsters with a cross get pulled back through it, so we at least get 1 monster on the board. Sister Mary takes another gate token. She's doing awesome. Next, let's check out our buddy Joe, who's hanging up here at the Silver Twilight Lodge. So Joe is up in the Silver Twilight Lodge. I feel like he's going to get a better reception than Ashcan Pete. He probably dresses much dapper, and he may even have had some interactions with these people. So let's see what he gets. You hear the quiet sounds of an intruder. If you investigate, you find a woman dressed in black. She attacks you as soon as she sees you. Pass a fight -1 check to subdue her long enough to explain your investigations. You find out her name is Ruby Stanish and that she was robbing the lodge. However, upon hearing your tale, she agrees to join you. Take her ally card. If it's not available, draw a unique item instead. Wow, okay, he's going to wrestle with a lovely lady. Fight -1. And his fight is currently 5. So, oof, I feel like, don't know how gentlemanly this is, but we'll take it, I suppose. Yes, he manages to subdue her and perhaps charm her a little bit. Ruby Stanich. Let's see if we can find her here in this little ally deck. What is she? Oh, here she is. Oh, she's like a cat burglar. Ooh, okay. Draw 1 unique item when Ruby joins you, +2 to sneak. Wow, that's perfect for Joe. Between his speed and his sneak now, he is going to be, ooh, he has his own little lady riding on his motorcycle, doesn't he? All right, Ruby, welcome to the team. And Joe gets to pull a unique item, which is going to be the Lamp of Al-Hazred. It's a magical weapon, +5 to combat checks. Hey, Joe is kitted out. So he has a double-handed shotgun for physical damage, and he now has a double-handed magical weapon. I suppose you have to hold the pot and then give it a little shine at the same time, which is why it takes 2 hands. He now has a magical weapon, so he could now head back maybe and take out some of these monsters that are just resistance and not immunity based. That was a great turn for Mr. Joe. I'm going to skip over Kate because she's technically in the other worlds, which means our last hero is good old Ashcan at the witch's house. And with the name like Witch's House, we can all agree, definitely nothing bad is happening here. A gate and a monster appear. That's okay though, because Pete has his 5 clues, so it's all right. It's going to be okay. And we have Joe lurking here waiting for monsters. Okay. Our gate will be the gate to, ooh, Yuggoth. And poor little Pete gets yoinked through. He will be delayed when he appears, so we'll put him on his side here. We're going to add a doom token, taking us up to 4. And we'll pull a zombie, a good old zombie. We love zombies. Just undead. Pretty easy to sneak past and not terribly hard to deal with. All right, he pops out of there. Time for otherworld encounters. Oh dear, Joe. We will start with Miss Kate here in the Plateau of Lang. Red or green? Blue, green. Here we go. Plateau of Lang. The rickety bridge collapses. Oh, as you cross it. Pass a fight -1 check to hang on. Finding a relic on the other side, draw 1 unique item. If you fail, you plummet into darkness. You are lost in time and space. Oh, okay. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, a fight -1. Her fight is set at 2, but she has +1. She has a base fight of 3. -1 is 2 die, and of course she has more clues than anyone should have. So hopefully we won't have to fight too hard to get this. Yes, easily done. She holds on to the rope, finding a relic, draw 1 unique item. All right. She will pick up an enchanted blade, +4 to combat checks. Oh, this child has so many things. Okay, so she does have, right now, she has the bullwhip, which is one-handed, and now she has the blade that's also one-handed. Okay, well that's not a bad combo for her. That's a bit of a wombo combo. We'll take that. So these will be Kate's weapons. All right, good job, Kate. Now, Joe got pulled through during the Arkham encounters, which means he can now have an otherworld encounter before he even gets a chance to move, which is kind of terrible for him. So let's see what he ends up with. The stone creature pursues you. Pass a speed -1 check to escape with the statue, keening $5 and 2 clue tokens. If you fail, the creature smashes you off the cliff. You are lost in time and space. Now, how he got his hands on a statue, we don't know, but we do know we do not want him lost in time and space. So let's deal with this. Okay, speed -1. Our speed is sitting at 3. And our map only gives us movement, so we will be rolling a whopping 2 dice here. And if we succeed, we get 2 clues. So I'm willing to invest a little bit in this roll if we need to. So there's 1 to re-roll 1 die. Yes, okay, worth. We managed to outrun, Duke and I, this random creature. We're going to gain $5, 2 clue tokens. Perfect. We were getting kind of low on money, so we will take those back. Look, we even came ahead by 1 clue. All right, that's the end. We have, right, I didn't skip anyone this time. No, I did not. Let's see what happens for our Mythos phase. We get Vigilante Guards at Night. All right, the Unnameable opens up. The Unnameable, please tell me there's nobody there right now. There isn't, so we will spawn a gate to the Abyss. We will add a Doom counter. We are getting a lot of Doom counters, and we will pop a monster out of that gate. Let's make it a kind, nice, and loving. Nope. Thorian. Instead of moving, roll a die on a 4 to 6. All investigators in Arkham lose 1 stamina. Wow. Okay. Well, you just never want to go outside. This is the COVID playthrough. Everyone is in their homes. No one is going anywhere. Oh, what a terrible, terrible monster. At the Unnameable, okay. Spawned our gate, let's move our monsters. Oh, okay, our little circles activate. So, our flyers activate, they're both circles. There's no one in the streets. Nothing happens with them. Hallelujah. Square, no. Oh, but we do have a diamond. I'm happy to say that the Elder Thing is going to be moving on the black into East Town. So we finally split this dynamic duo up. Love to see it. We get a clue at the woods. Guess who's down there? Finally, something good happens to our sweet Sister Mary. We will give her a clue. And what do our vigilantes do? All monsters in the downtown streets or locations are returned to the cup. What a great thing. Sadly, we have no monsters in the downtown location. But I appreciate you, vigilantes. You are getting it done. Okay. Well, heck. We're getting a lot of monsters now. How many monsters do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're at 6 monsters. And our limit is 7. So we do need to start picking some of these guys off. Sadly, the only people available to do that are Sister Mary, who's not a fighter, and good old Joe. So I guess those two are going to have to go on monster cleanup duty. In a way, it kind of works out because Joe and Sister Mary are also the lowest on clues. So let's see if next turn we can't get those two to take out some monsters. Poor Ashcan Pete is so delayed. I don't know when he's coming back. He's just going to be lost in the other world for quite a while. And Kate has to spend another turn in the other world as well. Ooh, okay. Worried about these monsters. But I guess we're going to do the best we can here. Maybe Joe is going to finally get to do some of his double-barreled shotgun action. Let's give him his moment in the sun, shall we? All right, quick and fast turn. We're barreling down here. We are at the halfway for Doom tokens. We're hitting our monster limit. Our problem of not having enough gates, yeah, that's not a problem anymore. We definitely have enough gates. So we are in the heat of it. Gotta love Arkham Horror. Till next time, guys.